Well, as we speak, the league just put out a statement, and they mentioned how they thanked Judge Robinson for her attention to the matter and appreciated her diligence and professionalism pursuant to the collective bargaining agreement. Both sides can appeal in 3 days. In light of her findings, the league is reviewing Judge Robinson's imposition of a 6-game suspension and will make a determination on next steps. So,
right. So, I think, like, Rich, we're not being, like you said, it's a business, right? Like, and that's right. Like,
yeah.
Like I think that they're very much going to be sort of monitoring the way that this is discussed.
Exactly. And so everybody keeps thinking the league or its independent arbitrator is like real life. Like we should depend on the NFL to make some sort of a judgment that, say, a grand jury didn't, or a prosecutor didn't, or police didn't, or whatever. This is essentially a business. And so when it comes down to it, is Deshaun Watson guilty in a court of law? No. And forget about the court of public opinion for a moment. This is running a business. And then you return to the court of public opinion when you're running a business. Like, that's a fact. And so if you don't want to get caught up in the jaws of the court of public opinion, then don't keep looking on Instagram for some masseuse over and over and over again, a different masseuse. So what is it true? Is it true, Albert, that Sue Robinson put in her opinion, again, we haven't seen it yet, that Watson's only allowed to get massages from Brown's employees? Is that true?
Yep. Yeah. That's part of it. Yes.
Wow.
And I think we always knew there were going to be some conditions on this. Like, and I haven't seen that part of it. Like, but you'll remember, like, if you go back to Roethlisberger, counseling, I believe, was in that, right, in that decision. So like there are always going to be conditions on in these sorts of cases. And look, like you're right, public perception does matter because it is a business and it's a forward-facing business. And these athletes are part of what shapes the image of the entire business, a huge part of it. And so I think with like Roethlisberger, if you go back to that one and you listen to some of the language used in that case by Roger and other people, it was you put the league in a position to look really bad, and you violated the personal conduct policy. You put us all in a bad light. And I think that this is similar. And I think if we get if eventually Sue Robinson's conclusion becomes public, and obviously it hasn't yet, it wouldn't surprise me if that's part of it. If like part of it is, it's on everybody involved in the league, players, coaches, front office people, everybody else, to put the league to keep the league in a positive light. And obviously Deshaun Watson failed to do that.